Does she have a cell phone? Because that's the last time we talked about it. Was he stole a cell phone and gave it to his girlfriend, who's just kind of like, yeah, I exist.
She's using it. They talk all the time. Like, I never doubted her existence because I've seen her before.
Hello, and welcome to Friends Assemble. I'm Kevin, joined by Andy and CJ, and I'm playing Soul Calibur 4, and I'm not doing too well. So, ow. Say hello, guys.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going, guys?
So, it's been a while since we've all been together. So, oh yeah, I knocked him out. Good.
After that embarrassing defeat that you had to cut out earlier.
But, yeah, I figured that since it's been forever since I've talked to you guys, I figured, yeah, well, why don't we just do a little bit of a catch-up? What have you been up to since I've last seen you, CJ?
Working really hard for a company that underappreciates and undervalues me.
Oh,
That
okay.
sounds like most Americans.
Yeah. American dream, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, really, my time's just been held up with work. Last time we talked was before Christmas, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
I thought we had one after New Year's, but
no, we didn't.
Did we?
we didn't.
Uh-uh.
Damn. So it's been like 2 months.
I guess it has been 2 months since we last talked.
Yeah,
I
so
thought it
we
had only
had
been
like
a
the whole
month since we all
holiday.
got together.
We had like the whole holiday rush and all that.
Yeah.
Now that that's died down, and like it's like super slow at work. AT&T has like all these new rules, and like with it being, it's like been snowing and all that.
Yeah.
So there's been like a lot of call outs and store closures and things like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, that
Oh.
doesn't
But it
sound
brings-
like ideal working conditions.
It's not, and like management, like a lot of them are pieces of shit.
That's
And
usually how they get to management positions.
Yeah.
yeah, like I've hung up on my district manager twice because me and
sure
him had like
I'm
arguments
sure he
about
loved
random
that.
stuff. Yeah, he informed me how much he did it in an email that I've yet to respond to.
Wait. So wait. He gave you an email?
Yeah, he
Well,
emailed me.
yeah, he
about,
couldn't call CJ because he knew he was just going to get hung up on.
So he's just like, hey, you didn't see this, so he knows you opened the email. So what, are you just sitting and waiting? Or are you just not going to respond to it?
I'm just not going to respond. I don't give a shit about what he said.
Okay, wait. What's your beef with your district manager?
He's a piece of shit. He's kind of he doesn't know how things work at the store level, and he has like these ideas of how things should be done when we don't have the manpower or the clientele. We don't even have the customer base to do what he wants. Like someone would come in and they'd be like, I want to pay my prepaid phone bill. And he'd be like, well, why didn't you offer them TV service? And I'm like, and where do I fit that in the conversation? And he's like, well, you know, you just say, hey, have you heard of our AT&T TV service? I'm like, yeah, but he's a regular. So what makes you think I haven't talked to him about it before? And he's like, well, have you? And I was like, we didn't ask
change
that.
his mind. Maybe
Well,
this was
and
the
this-
day he wanted TV.
Huh. This is the best part, though. It's a customer who is like barely making ends meet, who once I've loaned $12 to get his phone turned back on.
Jesus.
He's not getting $60 TV service. And I'm not going to insult him by trying to offer him something that we both know he can't get.
Wait. So he's mad that you just didn't offer it. Is that that
Yeah.
the problem? So
Yeah.
can't you just lie to him and say, yeah, I offered it, but he's having a hard time paying $12 to turn on his phone, so I don't think he can afford $60 a month.
No, he was there when I didn't offer it.
Oh.
Like, he watched me not offer it to him. Me and him have had disagreements in person, over the phone. Like, it's a lot. I got passed up for a management job because I don't help CJ out when he needs it.
Is that what they told you?
Yeah.
I forget. What's his actual name? Constantine?
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
You're just gonna call him out just like that.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, we need to differentiate between the two because we have a CJ.
Oh, so you want to just refer to him as Cornelius?
I
You
want
want
to
to just
use his first name because it's funny.
My biggest gripe is there's 3 people that work at the store. Me, Zach, and Cornelius. Right? Zach
Right.
has been
Doesn't
passed
it
up for
sound
management.
ridiculous?
And you just what
Zach's
now?
been passed up,
Yeah.
and I've been passed up. For the same reasons of not helping out Cornelius when he needs it. But the thing is, Cornelius
names their
doesn't
kid
do
Cornelius in this day and age.
Yeah. But Cornelius doesn't do things that he's supposed to do. Like, the basic fundamental things of being a manager, he doesn't do.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
our schedule is supposed to be
that's
made.
not completely true, CJ. He did a very good job of going to jail for 30 days and not telling anyone.
Well, he didn't tell that story yet. Well, I guess he knows that story now. No, not here. You told us the story, but we didn't record it,
Oh.
so we don't know how bad of a manager he is.
Should. We should talk about that.
Well,
because-
I know we've had an episode where I've talked about how bad of a manager and how dumb he is.
Well, you said something about his last time we talked about him. He had a girlfriend that was
Yeah, he still has
supposedly.
her.
What was that?
He still has her, and he's going on vacation to go see her, like, next week.
Well, does she have a cell phone? Because that's the last time we talked about it. Was he stole a cell phone and gave it to his girlfriend, who's just kind of like, yeah, I
She's
exist.
using it. They talk all the time. Like, I never doubted her existence because I've seen her before. And I've seen her because there's times where, like, he's doing, like, video chats with her when, you know, normally, like, he should be working, but he's not. And I'll come in and be like, what are you doing? Where you're not, like, doing anything. He's just chatting away with her.
Good command
Or
grab.
or she's sleeping and he's just watching her, which that's a whole nother story for another day.
That's creepy as well.
Wait, he's watching her sleep?
Yeah, like she's asleep on Skype or Zoom or whatever, and he's just there watching her and playing games on his cell phone. Meanwhile, me and Zach are helping like 5 customers out on the sales floor.
Cornelius
So wait,
sounds
doesn't he
like
have to
a
have
real winner.
doesn't he have to make certain numbers, or is it just the store has to make
No,
numbers?
it's the store has to make numbers. So as long as me and Zach make our numbers, he looks good by, you know, because the store hit their numbers.
Right.
It's like I happen to have
Which is
two
always the
competent-
argument.
It's like I have 2
Mhm.
competent workers, and that makes me look good, even though I don't do anything.
Yeah. So, like, Bob believes all of his bullshit that he says. Like, he'll fill out employee evaluations of us and give us, like, passing grades and all that. Now, let me preface all this. While Cornelius is a terrible manager, he's a genuinely good person. Like, he's not an asshole
Yeah,
personality.
he's just not made to be in management.
He's just not made to lead.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't trust him with anything. But, like, that has to do with, like, my job. But, I don't want people to think that he's, like, a terrible person. But, like, he'll do employee evaluations of us, and he'll just look at our sales numbers, do an evaluation, and they call it, a manager's witness report or whatever, where a manager's supposed to, like, watch us on the sales floor. And he'll send them in, and then Bob will talk to me like, well, CJ said this about you. And I'm like, how? It's like, well, this is your evaluation. I was like, and when did he do it? He did it this day. I wasn't even at work that day, you piece of shit. Or the worst is like when we get when a customer does a review of us, and they'll say, you know, CJ did da 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 da. I get a phone call. And he's like, well, what happened with this customer? What are you talking about? Well, they left a review saying this. I'm like, did you even check to see which CJ actually did the sale? Because I don't know this person, and she's not talking about me. How do you know? Because the thing was done on December 10th. So, I missed the first 11 days of December because I had to get a COVID screening.
It's like, oh, how do you know? Well, it was a Monday, yeah, and I'm like Garfield, I don't do Mondays.
Exactly. So like, I take a lot of flack for stuff that it have nothing to do with. So the reason we got passed up for like not being a manager is like stuff like the sales tags. He got upset because we didn't help CJ do them. You know why we didn't help CJ do them? Because they're still not done. he has all the passwords to like print out the sales tags and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have that access. And whenever Bob says, like, you know, well, why aren't the sales tags done? CJ will be like, well, you know, we haven't gotten to it as a team, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what do you mean as a team? Motherfucker, this is your job. Team you. Just get up and do it. Like, there's days like, yeah, we're going to do sales tags today. I'm like, all right, cool. And then Bob like, well, why didn't you start it? And I'm like, why am I going to start someone else's job if I know they're not going to do it? I'll jump in when he starts. And Zach's been dealing with CJ's laziness for like 2 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the new guy on this squad.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cheap KO. You dirty
I'll
bastard.
I'll take it. Sorry, continue.
But in short, like, Bob has this expectation of, like, the team has to galvanize and do things together, and I understand that. But when the leader's not willing to do, no one else is going to do. Like, even when, like, a customer complained one day and asked me specifically to get a hold of Cornelius' manager. I was like, all right, so I called Bob. And Bob goes, well, why didn't you email this to CJ? I was like, because they asked specifically to talk to you. He's like, well, email it to CJ. I'm like, Bob, we both know if I email it to CJ, he's not going to do anything about it. And I just named a bunch of customers where they're still looking for assistance from CJ. Because CJ just doesn't do his job.
Yeah.
He goes, alright, well, write it in an email and CC me on it, and we'll get it taken care of. So I do that. The next day, CJ comes in and goes, thanks for throwing me under the bus. And I was like, wait a minute, I threw you under the bus because a customer complained about you, told me specifically to ask for Bob, and Bob told me to email you everything the customer said. Like, well, you didn't have to be that harsh about it. And I was like, I wasn't harsh about it.
This was word for word.
The customer was calling you all sorts of motherfuckers and douchebags. I didn't put any of that in there. She's been in this. The customer also said she's been in the store 4 times trying to get assistance from you, and you blew her off 3 times. I didn't put that in the email either. Oh, she said that? Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes we get busy. No, the fuck we don't. Shut up. So, and then there was a bunch of snow incidences where, like, it's well known I don't drive.
Right.
And I live with my grandparents and my wife and kids. If it snows bad, the odds of me coming to work are 0%. It's not happening.
Yeah,
and they think
you have to walk.
They got mad because I decided to leave early one day because the snow got really bad and there was an accident in the shopping center because the snow got really bad. And I was like, I'm leaving. I'm getting my grandpa to come pick me up. I'm leaving. Well, Bob didn't authorize you to leave. I mean, Bob authorized these nuts. I'm leaving. Get the fuck out of here. If Bob doesn't like it, you tell Bob to call me. Surely enough, Bob called me. He's like, you know you need permission to leave. And I was like, no, I don't need permission to leave. And someone who's sitting at home on their couch with their kids not out in the snow isn't going to decide what's safe for me and what's not safe for me. Who doesn't know where I live or anything else.
Right.
Or the conditions because you live an hour away in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You don't get to tell me what's good or bad. He's like, well, I'm watching the news. I was like, fuck the news. Besides, I left anyway, so are you going to fire me or not? No? Alright then. Conversation over. But that brings me to the most important part of this episode, and I want this to be like trending on all of our episodes. The free CJ campaign. I'd much rather make unemployment than be at AT&T. But they can't fire me because we're so short-staffed. Right now, we're a 3-person store where one person has to work in Thorndale 3 times a week. Zach, you're a godsend. I don't know why you gave them wiggle room, because when they asked me to do it, I just outright said no. You didn't give them a reason. But we're short-staffed, so I can pretty much get away with murder there. And trust me, I have. There's been days where I've
He's
fallen
like, I
asleep
actually
watching.
killed somebody.
He's like, I killed customers. I've admitted to this to you right now. All right, okay, all right. Listen, we've already reached the 10-minute mark or whatever mark since we had to do a couple of redos. So I'm gonna have to end the show here as me about to fight
Free
Raphael.
CJ from AT&T.
All right, so
I'll do my best.
Get me
CJ. fired.
I'm going to.
I'll submit a bunch of bad reviews
It's
about
like,
you.
No, because they're gonna blame Cornelius. CJ's gonna be still
Either
there.
way, CJ is free at that point.
All right, look, I'm gonna cut it off here. I want to thank everyone for listening and staying through the whole thing. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.